Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to learn about the webhooks. So webhook is one of the most important things doing the payment gateways in a production unit section or production website where or a live website where the payments has to be verified from the server side. And when you say payment has to be verified from the server side, webhooks are the very good option we have. So webhooks is a very important part in a payment gateway. And when I search for YouTube for webhooks tutorials, and I did not find any kind of tutorial that teaches us how to use the webhook in a perfect way in a production unit code or in a live website. So that is what we are going to cover in this tutorial today. And before I start seeing the code, I would like to go first to the section where you can add the webhooks. So this is the section where you can add the webhooks, and obviously I am doing with the Razorpay. Stripe also have the webhooks with their own section, but this is with the Razorpay. And the documentation, you can go to the documentation. And we are also using this webhook.site. This is a webhook live URL where you can get the response immediately to see how the response has been formatted, and so you can write the code by itself. Okay, so before we can start or dive into the code, I would just go and click the add new webhook button. And once I click the add new webhook button, and there you can see the webhook URL. This is the URL for your Laravel endpoint. This can be www.your site/ Razorpay webhook for your audio domain name / Razorpay webhook. It should be an HTTPS. Obviously there should be a secret key that should be you absolutely know that, and this is very important. This secret key should be there. And alert email, this email ID is used here for alerting any kind of webhook issues that is happening by the Razorpay, or Razorpay is facing with this webhook. They will alert you on this email ID. And obviously the whole event section where each and everything, the payment section, the order event section, the invoice event section, the funds account event section, refund event section. So whatever the events are, you can select, and on that event particularly this webhook will be triggering out. So let's first go into the code now. So this is a very simple Laravel project I have created, and I have installed the Razorpay SDK using composer require Razorpay/Razorpay with the latest package, obviously. Now you can see I am using over the Razorpay here section, and there are two styles for validating this webhook or doing this webhook code. Exactly, the first style. Okay, so in the first style we will go that webhook signature. This is the secret, the webhook secret, not the signature. If you click add, this is the secret, the webhook secret. Okay, webhook secret, the webhook signature. This is going to get from the request.header x Razorpay signature. This signature comes into the request itself, so you get this signature. Now I am using the SDK itself to validate the signature, and I have used the try catch over here. As you can see, you can use a different way to process this, but I always use try catch on this section. So if you validate this, and obviously I am checking for the request events, and if you go into this section, you can go for this event. I am checking for this event exactly, payment.capture, and you can see the whole response is here, the whole response, and this is what is capturing the whole response. This site is very good. I use for when I do the high-end development, I always use this site for the webhooks to get the response first, and then I write the code according to the need, because Stripe and Razorpay continuously changing their patterns on this code. Exactly. So first we have to test it, and then we write the code. Now I am checking this event and now getting this event, and obviously I am also taking the payload payment entity, and you can go payload payment entity, and this whole JSON object is inside my this variable. Exactly. Now I'm writing. You can do is with the switch case. I personally like if statements. That's a personal preference choice. Obviously, you can do with switch case. Absolutely no problem. So payment capture, payment fail, and you can see I got the payment ID, I got the order ID, and this entity has all the information: ID, entity, amount, currency, status, order ID, invoice, each and everything, and it have the card details as well. So this is the entire payload. Now if it fails, it also get these things, and obviously I am checking these things and inserting things into the table. Okay, now this is the way I use to validate the webhook using the SDK itself. SDK's function verify webhook signature, which takes three parameters. One is the request all, so the entire JSON body, the webhook signature that I get from X Razorpay signature, the webhook secret that I have added into this section, and at the end I always return our JSON true. This is because Razorpay has told it will hit in 24 hours with this webhook, and if it does not return 2, it will stop working. So it has to return 2, or it has to respond to that hit for the Razorpay. It will check if this webhook is active or not. So this return is always there. Now obviously if you have this success section over here or capture section, you can mail the customer that your order has been confirmed, and if you have failed, or you can update the database status on this on behalf of this. Sometimes what happened, we do the payments obviously, and then after 4 to 5 minutes we did not get the confirmation, but after 4 to 5 minutes we get the confirmation. This is where webhook comes very handy in this edge case obviously. So this is the first style. Now we go to the second style of validating the webhook. This is something different. We are not using the SDK over here. The secret that I have used on this section, obviously, the payload that I get from get content, or you can use all as well, the signature as well as the X signature, X Razorpay signature. Now I am generating the signature. The generating formula for this signature is the hash HMAC and SHA-2256 payload, the entire content and the secret. And if the signature I am getting from the request itself matches with my expected signature, then this whole functionality is true, otherwise it is failed here. So this is a very short code to understand you how this happen in a production unit code. I have written numerous kind of webhook, and I have worked with numerous kind of payment gateways, and I have never find a tutorial that entirely tells me where I should use what and why should I use it. So I hope this tutorial will cover this out, and always as usual I will give this code as a sample code on my description. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like my videos, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.